pretty soon, but Fletcher night, everyone. And I tell you, a big welcome to two Bulldog stars, Toby Sexton and Max King. Hey, boys. Maxie. I tell you what, fellas, hey, let's get straight into the game. Tigers winning Golden Point, some sort of match won it. Toby, let's have a look at the winning player there. He took his time, didn't he, Adam Doueihi?
I know. If I was him, I'd be a bit too nervous taking that. But, yeah, it was a great win for them. Obviously, great crowd. And Tigers get win over against a good Sharks side too was really good.
I tell you, Max, after the last couple of weeks they've had, the Tigers, that's exactly what they needed.
Yeah, it's right. And I guess the competition at the moment, so... you know, it's anyone can beat anyone on the day, and wins are so valuable. So I feel like the close ones really matter.
Great game, fellas.
Yeah, it
enjoyable.
Was. Yeah, it was. That Lachlan Galvin thing, no one will talk about this anymore.
Mate,
so it's what winning does.
This is what it does.
Yeah.
You were reading his body language.
I was reading his body language.
Because you're a certified body language reader.
I did it in the off-season.
Yeah.
I did a course.
And you did a little bit watching
What
Galvin.
did you see as a body language expert?
I feel that him and Luai have still got some issues to be...
Okay.
But they're working on it. They're actually working on it. I could see some green shoots.
Great, excellent.
That's important. That is important.
Very important.
It's encouraging.
Yeah, I'm very encouraged.
Well, they'll be in there doing the team song. Have all of you forgotten about. Let's have a look at the game. And as I said before, terrific game of football. That last 10 minutes.
Well, the last 10 minutes was all the Sharks. The Sharkies came home with a wet sail. Nico, you know, Talakai was outstanding. Fanua Blake was absolutely awesome once again for the Sharks. Nico kind of involved himself at the back end of there, but that field goal attempt from 47 metres out was absolutely hit the post. But, you know, credit to the Tigers. They were probably, in my opinion, they weren't the best team today. I thought the Sharkies were a better team. They looked a better team. But the way the Tigers scrambled in defence, they chased hard, they worked hard for each other the whole game. And at the end, they came away with the win. That extra time actually, that helped them, I thought.
Yeah.
They got time to reset, get themselves together, and they came out the start of that extra time.
Now,
and they don't win in the game.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to Hammy before. We'll see him later on in the show, but he was at the game. He was at the first half, and I said, what was the reaction with young Lachlan? And he said, there was a few jeers at the start. He said, but they subsided pretty quick, particularly after he set up the try.
Yep.
And now it's just, let's get on with things now.
Well, I thought Galvin was great today. You know, that try saver on Hazelden under the sticks just before full time, which was a perler. This is Nico's shot at field goal here, off the post. Oh, that could have gone anywhere. So that was a bit exciting. But it's good to see the Tigers get a win after all the shit they've gone through.
Yep.
Everything that's been said about them, everything's been said about the club. This was that try saver there.
Oh wow.
Just good to have a win.
Yeah.
They'd be relieved with that win. Sharks, on the other hand, be a little bit disappointed.
They would be. They had more than enough chance. I mean, that 79th minute where they're just holding them out, there were 2 or 3 occasions that they did amazingly well, the Tigers.
Well, how many charge downs did the Sharks get against them in that?
3.
Was it 3 charge downs?
There. This
one was strange. Yeah.
But
there you went to hear from Adam Doueihi in a second. But that was a strange setup and tricky. They had their chances. Did the Sharks.
There was a period in that first half where they just kept repelling. I reckon they set it up in that first half. The Sharks were really attacking their line, and they were scrambling so well, the Tigers, that I feel that first half set them up for this win. I disagree, Nathan. I think the Tigers...
Oh, you thought the Tigers were the better side? I just thought the Sharks looked more of a connected side than what the Tigers did. But you know, you can have a scrappy game and win. Yep. That's what the Tigers, I thought, did today, and that's a sign of a good side that's going to stick together and work hard for each other.
Well, let's go to Leichhardt now to talk to the hero of the game, Adam Doueihi. Knocked over that conversion. Hey, Adam, Matty Johns, mate, congratulations. I tell you what, you looked a little nervous, mate. That ball on the mound, it took your time.
When you've got players like Taruva and Jerome in your team, the way they heckle me when I'm doing my goal kicking at training it's probably worse than what I get at the game. So I've been used to it for this whole season, and I practice for scenarios like that and kicks like that, and they don't always come off at training, but I'm glad it came off today in the game.
Hey, Ad, congratulations, mate. What was it like playing out there in front of that big crowd at Leichhardt?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really glad the rain stayed away, and the way our fans and members turn up at this ground is unbelievable. You know, Sharks are a genuine top 4 team, and the way the crowd got behind us this game and the adversity we faced at times, and to bounce back from that is just a big effort from us boys.
Mate, Doueihi, congratulations on the win. Your old mate that have been puckering for a while there, kicking that goal. But I've got to ask you, having Lachlan Galvin back in the side, tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, no, he's really good. He's a kid that's probably been a bit rattled over the past few weeks, and I really do feel for him, the way he's sort of been bombarded with the media and all the outside noise. But inside our 4 walls, we really still have high respect for the kid, and I get on really well with him. He's a really down-to-earth kid that just loves playing footy. So you can see that tonight, the way he came out and just owned the game and still put his plays on is a credit to the kid himself, and I'm glad he was in our team today.
Hey, sorry, one more question. I know you manage yourself. Have you maybe thinking of taking over Lachlan's management?
When I hear the figures getting thrown around, I told him, you know, we'll just have a chat, we'll have a coffee, and I'll only take 2% off him. That's enough for me to do my job for him. So yeah, we'll see if he jumps on board. Come on, Lachie.
Yeah, good on you, Adam. Hey, go and enjoy the win, mate. Enjoy that team song.
Thanks, boys. Thank you.
Good on you, Adam. Good stuff. Let's go back. Let's have a look at Lachlan Galvin's game. And look, you know, we've had him on this show, Lachlan Galvin, before. And he was 18 when he came on here. Mate, he's a very respectful, nice young bloke. And I thought today showed a lot about what he was about. He was always going to get a bit of a Bronx cheer early in the game. But, mate, he set up a try early, would have eased his nerves.
Yeah, I think before that he took a hit up as well. So he knew what he was doing. He just had to get his hands on the ball. But for a 19-year-old kid and all the pressure that he's been under, hopefully now that the West Tigers can see that they're a chance of making the 8 for the first time in a long time. So I'm hoping that we can just get behind him now and watch the Tigers hopefully play semi-final football.
For club and player, you'd hope that all this illegal stuff can just drop away now. I mean, you know, the Tigers are in a position now. We've said this before. They're in a position to play finals football. You know, they've got to give up the self-sabotaging and all that stuff and just get on with the football now. If Galvin's here, if he's there for next 18 months, great. If he's not, you know what? Just don't worry about next year. Worry about now. Worry about the present. That's the most important.
Well said, Matthew.
It's one of those things sometimes. You know, I just did that straight off the top of my head. You know, sometimes I even amaze myself. I know. Do you know, sometimes when you're in your game and you go, God, that was good. You know, so I just did that there. And thanks very much for the applause. It really is. There's a fire in me tonight. It's just, it is. I'll explain why.